So thank you very much for joining Julia, Lydia, and I, as we will discuss how the pathway is designed to increase your knowledge base and skills so you can then demonstrate your expertise. For example, for me, that was to produce a webinar for work, which I was extremely proud of producing, but also really anxious about. The good thing about the pathway is you can choose your own elective projects like effective body language, so you can tailor your speeches around your area if need. Julia and Lydia, you're both in the middle of your pathway. Looking ahead, there are a number of elective projects which you can complete. Is there anything you're looking forward to trying? Julia, do you want to share first?
Yeah, I guess I have one main goal, and that is to enjoy communication, to enjoy public speaking, to enjoy giving feedback, and to be better at it. So that's really what those are the reasons why I became involved in Toastmasters, and it has been hugely beneficial. And I don't sometimes think we realize that communication just takes so many different forms, and I've through Toastmasters it has helped me to become a lot more comfortable in speaking. I've been able to use that opportunity within Toastmasters to practice different types of tactics to increase the number of tools within my toolkit. Okay, and to be able to explore and to find strategies and to find ways and various tricks and to be able to um, employ things that I can use during my speeches to help me with, for instance, engaging with the audience. I think that's something we had talked about before, Emma, the importance of recognizing that not everyone in the audience is going to find what you're talking about really interesting, and to be able to engage the audience, to be able to smile more while I'm talking. Yeah, and because there's so many different roles within Toastmasters, it's not all about just getting up and doing a speech. So I can do other types of roles that allow me to use other tools within my toolkit.
So Lydia, Julia and Lydia, even doing this today, for me, this is a big challenge. If you had asked me 2 years ago, could I go on and do a question answer session or speak in a forum like this? I was running out the door. There's no way I would have done that. And I know there was maybe a little bit of arm twisting there. Julia, what then? How did I get you over the edge of coming and joining me and doing this today? Or did you just feel sorry for me?
No, not at all. I think you're obviously on the same pathway that both Lydia and I are on, and this is the project that you're working on at the moment is one that I'm going to come to at some point in time. And ultimately, I guess for me, I'm a Toastmasters member. I want to help and support other members, and as well as doing that, I am learning. Okay, I'm doing this also because I have found this whole experience, the various workshops that we've held in order to get to this point, Emma. I have found that really interesting, and yes, it's outside my comfort zone, and I'm exactly like you. If you had asked me to do this some time ago, I probably would have been out the door before you. So.
uh, Lydia, what about yourself? Is there anything particular looking forward to in terms of the innovative planning pathway, or any elective projects that you are hoping to complete or might stretch you in any way?
Yeah, my goals have been so far just to simply face the fear of it all, and give it a go. It's actually only through recently talking to Julia that it occurred to me that it might be something that you could try to enjoy. I never even thought about enjoying public speaking. That's far, that's unattainable, right? um, but one project in particular that I'm dreading and looking forward to in equal parts there's one that I got to witness another member doing recently, and it's about managing a difficult audience. So you're to give a speech, and then there's several members planted within the audience who are going to interject and disagree with you and challenge your points, and some of them are a bit rude, and it's just it will really stretch you to have to respond to that, that you lose your train of thought. And while the idea of that is totally daunting, I think it more accurately reflects real life experiences. You're having conversations with people, and trying to get ideas across, and they're not always going to agree with you. So I think that project in particular is one that I'll find useful, and a tool to add to that toolbox of things that will apply to relationships and work and things outside of Toastmasters.
I think the interesting thing about that particular project is you don't actually know the people who are going to be disruptive.
Yeah,
so
it's going to interrupt you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they could do anything. They could, they could shout, they could scream, they could start doing things if in the camera. You won't get things chucked at you because they won't get it through the screen, but you never know that could happen. Maybe your partner could come in and start interrupting you if you'd be really interested. That's actually a good thought. So some of the projects are really challenging and could stretch you. You'd mentioned previously, Lydia, about humor. I am not a humorous person, and people have tried to get me to do a humorous speech, but I don't even enjoy comedy so much, so I don't know how I would even do a humorous speech, but that might be something that will help me grow. So it might be something I need to lean into in the future.
I'll definitely give it a go.
So Toastmasters, the other thing that they have that helps to stretch and push you and put you up against other people at high levels as you continue to grow. There are competitions, and you can, at the start, it's very local, the competitions within your club, then it goes regional, national, and you could even go international. It'd be really lovely, maybe, if one of you guys could become the winner of an international Toastmasters competition from Little Northern Ireland. It'd be pretty good, wouldn't it?
It would held in Hawaii or something like that.
We could get a holiday out of it. We can then become known here, Lagan Valley Toastmasters, Northern Ireland. Here we come to Hawaii. It'd be great. Week away. So the big question, guys. So, like, we all join Toastmasters for different reasons. So whether you've joined to get the confidence, or to smash that interview, or produce that webinar like what I have done, Toastmasters will give you a takeaway. I'm really proud to be involved in Toastmasters and proud of my journey so far. And I didn't realize Toastmasters would not only improve my communication skills, but help me also to improve as a mentor and a leader. So the big question, Lydia, I'll get you to go first. Would you recommend Toastmasters to others, and why?
The short answer is yes, I would recommend it to other people. I have never found anything else out there that even comes close to the opportunities and the stretching and the encouragement and mentorship that you get in Toastmasters. The very first day that I showed up at the Lagan Valley Club, one of the other members, Dermot, gave me some really good advice that has stuck with me this whole time since then. He said, public speaking is just like going to the gym. If you show up and you lift the hard, heavy things, you'll get stronger. And if you don't bother showing up, well, don't expect to get better and stronger at it in the future. So my recommendation for people would be, if you want to get better at public speaking, you've got to come along the Toastmasters, and it's hard and things are heavy, but you've got to pick it up and face that fear and give it a go. There's no other way around it.
And definitely lifting those heavy weights, it does take courage, but when you lift them, you will really reap the rewards and benefits. Julia, what about yourself? Would you recommend Toastmasters to others, and why?
Yes, Emma, I certainly would recommend it, and I would recommend it to everyone. I think there is a perception, and I would have had this prior to joining, that um, it's all about public speaking for the benefit of giving a speech. But I think to anyone listening to this, it's about communication. And if you want to get better at how you communicate, perhaps with your spouse, your partner, your children, your colleagues at work, your family, if that's an area that perhaps you struggle with, then Toastmasters will help you, because there's a huge breadth of learning opportunity just around the whole area of communication and leadership that comes with Toastmasters. It's just not about getting up someday and doing a speech. It's about everything else that allows you to get to the point where that becomes comfortable and enjoyable. And you also get to meet great people like yourself and Lydia.
That's very true. And nobody likes doing anything that they don't enjoy. And so if the side effect of doing something you enjoy is you're actually growing at the same time, then why wouldn't you do it? There, I've heard stories from lots of members of Toastmasters who are a lot older than myself, and one of the regrets they always say that they have is they wish they had started something like this sooner. It would have helped them in work, it would have helped them in life. So take the opportunity now to make those changes. If anything this year has provided us with is you need to grasp opportunities now when you can do them, because you don't know what's around the corner. So if anybody wants to find out anything more about Toastmasters, you can go online to Toast. If you just put into Google Toastmasters, it will bring you up to the web page. We're a member of Lagan Valley Toastmasters, so we're on all forms of social media such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. So you can come and join us if you want to see what our club is all about. So thank you very much for listening in to us today. And if I was going to leave you with one remark, I would say to face your fear on public speaking. You won't regret it. Lift those heavy weights. Thank you very much for listening.